for the Albion tonight. In goal, and the Albion captain, number 32, Shane Bailey. Number 5, Melissa Sene. Number 6, Rosa Capati. 15, Medina Leva. 16, Yoren Kalamali. 23, Maritaway. 27, Rachel Makapla. 29, Fukushima. 46, Emiliano Monti. 48, Tamara Howard. And number 64, Emily Yang. The Albion starts tonight, number 1, Jessica Pelosi. Number 25, Hannah Walter. Number 8, Stacey Simon. Number 18, Caitlin Hayes. Number 22, Carla Camacho. 41, Taylor Warren. 47, Edie Milner. And number 61, Neymar. So kick off now, just 8 minutes away. Next up, we'll be talking to welcome the team back out to the pitch.
Good evening. No Women's League Cup game. The Seagulls have it all to do to chase down West Ham United at the top of make 10. With Cavaji, Martin and Heron up top. Changes from the weekend. The back four is Newsham, Ross, Lobato and Pearce. In midfield, Chime, Flannery and Kenny. Gloria Seibert plays on the right, Bissell in the middle and McAteer is also in that forward line. Well, the last time these two sides met, there was at this stadium, it was an FA Women final preparations for the Albion. Then in this final Women's League Cup game, what an opportunity for the Seagulls to try and put some pressure on West Ham United, who also play tonight. Leading the line for the Albion, this young Albion team this evening will be Tahira Heron. Rosa Kafaji also played her part at the weekend. She'll be out on this left-hand side. A lot to do. The cards certainly in West Ham's favour, but as already mentioned, the Seagulls could put some pressure on. And do apologise for any technical issues affecting the build-up to this broadcast. We hope you can now hear us loud and clear as the Albion are ready to get this game underway. Off we go then at Broadfield, back in the middle for Emily Gay, and the Seagulls get us up and running on home soil. Last time Brighton Hove Albion beat Brighton here, 2021 FA Cup quarter-final, put the Seagulls into the semi-final for the first time since 1976. Stakes not quite so high this evening, but important nonetheless. An Albion team struggling for form, give a good account of themselves. Rosa Kafaji looking for Sonoda in the middle. It will be a Seagulls throw on this left-hand side, 10 yards over halfway. Burrit away. Cross to Umpome. Start to her Albion career delayed by injury, but performed well in her cameo since. Right now, though, Charlton Athletic will force her to do some defending. Championship side slide it forward. Here's McAteer. Space on the outside is Newsham. Twists in field, looking for a left-footed shot, which deflects in front of Bagley, but causes the goalkeeper no problems whatsoever. And the referee will just bring play to a pause. Yoran Karabali is struggling with something early on here. Seems okay to continue. Match official is Ryan Alkin. Here's that early chance for Charlton Athletic. Newsham, the fullback, getting forward and checking in field. It was worth a go, but never troubling Sophie Bagley. it away. Into Karabali. Away once more. McLaughlin will come and collect. But she was the only one of those Albion players to keep their place from the WSL at the weekend. McLaughlin closed down by McAteer into the youngster Emily Gay, who's done very well there to swivel away from pressure. Up the line it goes. Nordam back in field. It was her assist which salvaged a point for the Albion at Liverpool. Fortunately, just runs away from Heron. Okay, in there to win it back though for the Seagulls. Left flank is Kafaji. She's just pulled back, and we will just run over the lineups one more time for you, as we understand that part of the broadcast may have been disrupted. So for the Albion, it's Bagley in goal, a back four, McLaughlin and Pomme, Karabali, and away in midfield, Sonoda, Gay and Nordam. And up front, Rosa Kafaji, joined by the youngsters Tahira Heron and Eliana Martin. Charlton looking for the feet. McAteer on that left-hand side, given away. Will stay possession with the Addicts. Throw mid-range side their own half, and for those in red, it's Pedersen in goal, Pierce, Newsom, Ross and Lobato. A back four, Chime, Flannery and Kenny. That breakout WSL season with the Albion last time around. On it again. Floated over the top in the direction of Kafaji. Charlton Athletics line was good, but the Albion will attempt to pin the championship side in. Newsham to take. Held long by Charlotte Newsham. Ripped away. And we'll guide it back to Marissa Pomme. Karabali. Angled wide to Kafaji. McLaughlin just tucking in from that full-back position. It's interesting comparing the start to this game to the games against Southampton and Portsmouth. Charlton certainly more lively without the ball, more aggressive in stepping into the Albion. Both Southampton and Portsmouth were. Two other sides that reside in the second tier of women's football. The Albion have already played in this competition, and Seagulls were made to work really hard in those games, although ultimately the scorelines ended comfortably. Proved a tough test of their mettle. And the throw has been given Charlton's way. Newsham. Careless touch from McLaughlin. Will keep possession with Charlton Athletic. Newsham again. Nodded on by McLaughlin towards her own goal. Karabali can hook it down the line. Kafaji flicks in field towards Sonoda. Seen off the ball by Flannery. Time. tussling with Nordam, the 17-year-old, but Nordam did well to hold her off. Sonoda can go home to Marita Way. Opening up her stride is Mpome. Good run this, trying to prod it forward and maybe a chance for Martin. But it runs away from Eliana Martin. Had a fantastic chance against Southampton for a first Albion goal, wasn't able to take it. She'll be hoping another one comes her way this evening. Emily Gay. Still just the Albion feeling out Charlton, waiting for that opportunity to arise. Marita Way, and stride forward over the halfway line. Off the left for Rachel McLaughlin. Unusual seeing McLaughlin pop up on this left-hand side, normally a right back or right wing back. Forced to be versatile in an ever-growing Albion squad. And Mpome slid wide to the right. Emily Gay. Away, steps past the pressure. Here's McLaughlin. Charlton fighting for every loose ball, and McAteer has emerged with one. Now Emily Gay. McLaughlin joining in, one of those senior heads in this young Albion lineup tonight. Nordam has to go backwards. McLaughlin hassled and harried. Rolled into the path of Martin. Kafaji lurking with intent, but Charlton smother the Albion, can scamper away with the ball. Kept alive by Sonoda. Right away. Sonoda once more, bundled into by McAteer. And all the way home to Anna Pedersen, and that Charlton goal. Possession will remain with the Addicts on the right, whose start to their WSL Championship season is nothing short of spectacular. They are first in the second tier, 6 wins, 2 draws, no losses. Continued that winning run against Southampton at the weekend. They're looking to get forward at every opportunity. Mpome. Karabali across to Marita Way. Now Rachel McLaughlin. Karabali, who did score against Charlton Athletic in the last meeting between these two, also in this competition. McLaughlin over the top, met well by Newsham. Sonoda into Nordam. Just run out of room, Nadine Nordam. McLaughlin. Right away. Just as McLaughlin standing to her left, to set it backwards to Melis Mpome. Martin holds it up. Here's Tahira Heron. Heron looking to cross. Gibbons onto the roof of Pedersen's net. Good to see the Albion youngsters flowing with confidence out there. And Heron took on Gracie Pearce on the right-hand side of that penalty area. It was a cross-come shot. In the end, not giving Pedersen enough to worry about. Charlton's keeper stands over this goal kick, not the number one this season. Responsibility has fallen elsewhere. Anna Pedersen, signing from rugby, has had her opportunities in cup competitions in place of Sophie Whitehouse. And Pomme. Lovely drop of the shoulder by Melis and Pomme. For it away. Heron in space again. This time met by Gracie Pearce. The referee gestures for a corner kick. So, first set piece of the game. What can the Albion come up with from this situation? Blue and white shirts starting to trickle into that penalty area. Puka Sonoda to take this out swinger from the right. Driven in towards the head of Marita Way. Nordam. Another chance to cross for the Albion. Kafaji in. Marita Way at the edge of the 6-yard box. Susanna Pedersen come out and smother it. Charlton Athletic in the first 15 minutes will be pleased the scoreline has remained 0-0. They started this game in really strong fashion. Since then the Albion have just settled down slightly. And the Addicts are struggling to get out of their defensive third. A trip will be the cue for them to do just that. And Kira Flannery brought down. They're on a season-long loan from West Ham United, the London side.
Stay away, right, it's your time. Wait, thank
you. Braid long. Battled in the middle by Emily Gay. Sonoda. Evading pressure. Now Melis and Pomme. Taking red shirts with her. McLaughlin and Pomme. Heron has been an outlet on that far side. McLaughlin. Pass skips beyond Sonoda. Karabali will try a luck from range. And Pedersen with everything behind it. Scooped away by Pedersen. And Pomme nipped in and through Bissell. Charlton will try and break. Bissell over the top. McAteer might get there first. Did get there first. Ahead of Marita Way. Stays on her feet. McAteer looking to squeeze one across. And the lunge is made. Denied Charlton. A fantastic opportunity. They broke at such speed the away side. McAteer was in a foot race with Marit away. The question was being asked by the Charlton dugout whether that was a trip inside the penalty area. Play went on. Charlton couldn't squeeze it across for a block from Rachel McLaughlin. They will have a corner kick. Driven in from the left-hand side. Open game at the moment. Can the away side take advantage? Drilled in towards the near post. McAteer floated towards the 6-yard box. It's going to run all the way through. Well, McAteer's cross didn't need a touch from any red shirt in the penalty area. It bounced awkwardly for Bagley and rested in the side netting. The second-tier side take the lead in this first half, and McAteer's floated cross got the better of Bagley. Brighton Hove Albion 0, Charlton Athletic 1. And a huge boost for the side, unbeaten in their division this season. They have shown what they're capable of with a couple of early breaks, and now they have taken the lead, and it is no more than they deserve for their approach to this game. They've been brave, they've been bold, they've put the Albion under pressure, and they have the advantage. Keep possession with a throw on this right-hand side. Well, in terms of how the table looks, in their Women's League Cup group, West Ham United lead on 6 points. They are playing tonight against Southampton. They've only played 2 games. The Albion also have 6 points, but that's from 3 games. Bundled off the ball. Kafaji, Sonoda nibbling in. Seagulls still fighting through it with Kafaji. And Charlton sneak it away. And Charlton now would be on 6 points themselves. So would still require a favour from Southampton or Portsmouth still to play West Ham United. Putting themselves as a third team into what had seemed a 2-horse race for this Women's League Cup group. Newsham down the line. Smashed into the stand here at Broadfield, thrown backwards. We're it away. Maylis and Pomek. Heron couldn't do a great deal with that. Had to just prod it in field, and now foul drawn. Maria Cyber pulled down under pressure. Thrown forward by McLaughlin. Away, happy to recycle possession across that back line to Pomek. Certainly in possession. It's a 3 for the Albion at the back there, with McLaughlin pushing on up one flank. Tucking into the middle as she is now. Karabali and Pomek. Right away. Swept wide to Nordam. Up the line. Heron again. not given a second to rest, has earned her side a throw, which will be taken quickly into Nordam. Can the Albion respond from this position? Nordam whipped goalward. Martin was waiting. Sonoda, it away. Seemed to be an inviting ball for Heron to run onto, but it bounces behind for a Pedersen goal kick. Around 25 minutes gone in this one, and it is Charlton Athletic that have the lead away from home in the League Cup. The all-time head-to-head between these two. Not closer than perhaps you'd imagine. The two sides' recent standings. They've played 16. Albion have won 7. Charlton have won 6 themselves. Only 3 have ended level. Pedersen. McLaughlin. Send one backwards to Murit away. Sonoda. Cut through to Kafaji. Shooting from distance, but that blocked all too easily. Karabali.
Well done. Body down.
Carlton's shape constantly shifting side to side to make life difficult for Brighton Hove Albion. You can hear the voice of Dario Vidicic bellowing out instructions to his team. Took them 68 minutes to break down Southampton. I'm hoping it doesn't take quite so long this evening. Emily Gay. Not her best ball. Straight into touch. Wet. Miserable night here at Broadfield Stadium in Sussex. And in truth, the sun hasn't really been shining on the Albion of late. That Southampton victory in the League Cup, their only one in the last 6 games. Emily Gay couldn't find a way through. Charlton trying to break. Kafaji's nipped in. Martin. Bit of space for Tahira Heron. Back to Martin. Red shirts retreat in number and at speed into that penalty area though. Murit away. Nordam. Getting the angles right. And it's certainly worth mentioning the injuries the Albion have suffered, which not only affects their WSL selection but also their selection for the League Cup. It is likely that if Michelle Adjumang was available, she'd be starting in the WSL, so Carla Camacho would be available for these games. Pressure is one at high for the Albion anyway though, and Sonoda. Gay. Here is Nordam. Chipped out to the right flank. Crossing opportunity. Blocked. Wasn't Pome's cross. Of course, no Adjumang means the legs of Camacho likely have to be saved. As a result, we have Youngsters starting up top. Gay. Good challenge made. Backwards to Bagley. Harabali. Diagonal was looking for the feet of Kafaji. Charlton again, first to the ball. Emily Gay. Now Heron. Nordam darting down the line, too much on it from Tahira Heron. Charlton Athletic hold firm again. And the referee, Ryan Atkin, just wanting a word with Nadine Nordam after that collision on the byline of Anna Pedersen. Lilac shirt of Pedersen fires it forward. McAteer. Gillian Kenny was looking forward. Bagley managed to sneak it away, and now Charlton Athletic will have a chance in a second, but a late whistle comes to the Albion's aid. Ryan Atkin giving the Albion a free kick, presumably for that nudge on Sophie Bagley. And no one will be breathing a greater sigh of relief inside Broadfield than Sophie Bagley. Almost gifted Charlton a goal. The Albion might be at it again. Effort from distance, sails narrowly over the top. Charlton Athletic seize upon the ball in the middle of the park. Away's pass, cut out. And a strike from distance over the head of Sophie Bagley, and thankfully for the Albion goalkeeper, over her bar. And Charlton will keep on applying the pressure and keep on bearing fruit. McLaughlin trying a different approach. Straight through to Anna Pedersen. Well, Martin could get there. Sonoda. Nordam in a tight space finds Emily Gay. Just as we've seen already in this half, the red shirts react, swarm around the ball and swarm back into shape. Might just be a case of the Albion having to keep shifting it from side to side to tire Charlton Athletic out. Karabali. Heron up against Cyber. Here's Yorlin Karabali through the thirds. Good hold-up play by Martin. Not good enough in the end, and Charlton can bring it away. The youngster, Janice Chime. Nordam, stunning ball. Can Heron make something of it? Not this time. And Pedersen will stand over the goal kick. I'm all going at the moment rather swimmingly for Karen Hills. Into the channel for Bissell. Touch round Karabali. Did well to recover, the Colombian. Karabali can bring it away. Baji, how they could do with a bit of her magic. Runs into trouble.
You can release that.
And the ball's up. It goes up. Here we go, Bissell. Go on. Good. And again. Good.
Nordam, Heron. Taibo was too strong. Bissell trying to scramble it away up the line. Emily Gay back on it for the Albion. Here's Marita Way. And Kafaji worked it well out of her feet. The Swedish winger that got underneath the attempted finish. Daria Vidicic with plenty to think about after 35 minutes in this one, and you wonder what he'll be plotting for his half-time team talk. First half, so far, not too dissimilar to what we saw against Southampton. The difference is Charlton have scored and Southampton hadn't. And although, given the state of the standings, qualification seems a long shot, in terms of a confidence boost, today would be more than welcome for this Seagulls side. And they've given it away here, cheaply by Karabali. Bissell's in. Bagley had to make herself big. And Karabali waves an apologetic hand in the direction of the dugout. I just spoke about confidence, perhaps too much of it there. And the Albion almost made to pay. Gay, Sonoda, McAteer prods it forward. Kenny on the feet of McAteer again. Offside flag was up against the Seagulls. And Karabali with just a blind pass across the face for her own goal. Bissell onto it. Really should have done better. And Janice Chime wins her one-on-one in the middle. Newsham to take. McAteer tried to bundle her way past McLaughlin. Away there to sweep up. Here is Marita Way once more. McLaughlin couldn't regain possession. And Penny was trying to squeeze one through to a teammate. In the end, it hit the legs of Ryan Atkin, and an uncontested drop ball will land at the feet of Charlton Athletic, who at the moment are enjoying another promising spell. What has been a very encouraging first half for the South London club. Pedersen taking no chances there, though. Emily Gay. Angled wide to Kafaji. Maddox back on it. McAteer looking up the line, and McLaughlin lunges in to halt further progress. Not hard so far. See why Charlton are top. Women's Championship. It away. Chipped into the channel. Crossed in towards Heron. And making contact was Emily Gay, but Pedersen comfortably behind it. It away. Now Emily Gay, for once, time for Gay to turn without Chime hounding her down. Nor down backwards to McLaughlin. Here's Emily Gay once more. McLaughlin. Away. Kafaji, one-on-one with Newsham. And in comes Kafaji on that favoured right boot. Karabali. Gay to Heron. Albion throw on that far side as we tick closer to half-time here at Broadfield. Murray away. Looking for a way through these banks of red in front of her. Zanoda. Kafaji changing the angle. Marabali. And Pomme runs for Sonoda, rather fortuitously. But McAteer works hard to sweep up, and Newsham has danced her way around Kafaji, who bit back at Newsham. And referee Ryan Atkin not only spotted it, he didn't like it either. And it will be a yellow card for Rosa Kafaji. Just beaten, turned inside out by Charlotte Newsham. And the Arsenal loanee is the first player into the book. Pedersen over the goal kick. Joined Charlton this July from rugby. 1 year deal, formerly of Leeds Academy. Kafaji. Under pressure now, the Addicts. Flannery trying to turn away from the blue and white shirts. But a swarming Mia Ross took a chance. Newsham took too long. Here's Mpome. Effort not fierce enough to trouble Pedersen. Long from Pedersen. Settled in the middle. Emily Gay towards Martin. Kafaji into Sonoda. Not the easiest ball for Fuka Sonoda to deal with. Still she tussles for it. Back to Kafaji. McAteer plays it off Rosa Kafaji. Not really been able to get involved. Kafaji. Exciting player when she has the ball in space. She relishes those one-on-one opportunities. Haven't been any presenting themselves to her. Maybe we'll just need to seize upon this game in the second half. Nordam, shooting chance perhaps here. And Tome.
Well done, Bissell. Drop back in. Left shoulder, Biss.
McLaughlin. Closed down by Emma Bissell. Ripped away.
Well done.
And Tome. Ripped away again. Karabali baiting Charlton to come and close her down, to create space for someone elsewhere. Space is
Drop down, Spiders.
hard to come by at the moment for the Albion. And eventually they run out of it on that far side. And credit Charlton's defensive tenacity and industry once more. Only lost once this season in all competitions. That was against West Ham in this very competition. 5-1 defeat. Certainly not looking like the scoreline will go that way to the WSL side so far today. Still plenty of football to be played as we tick towards half-time. Here's Marita Way.
Good Janice, good Flanners.
Carrying the Albion forward again. Janice Shine nipping in. Albion have won it right back though. McLaughlin crossing one into that 6-yard box. Pedersen did so well, not only to claim it, but to not spill that out to any of the blue and white shirts that were waiting to try and tap home. And fantastic goalkeeping from Anna Pedersen. Another chance for Heron. Karabali joining in. Is it going to be a penalty for the Albion? Ryan Atkin says corner kick. Well, Heron dinked that through ball wide to the right. I'm not sure that she knew Karabali was there, but Karabali was and galloped onto it. And a lunge came from an awkward angle, but not enough for a penalty kick in the eyes of the officiating team. And now Albion will have to settle for a different sort of set piece. Sonoda over the corner kick. Outswinger from the right. Into that 6-yard box, loose in front of goal. And hacked recklessly over the top of our own crossbar by Kira Flannery. But it did the job. Unconventional defending. Another Albion corner kick. Faji and Sonoda over it. Chipped in towards the back post this time, back across goal, punched up in the air by Pedersen, who kept it out. Good strong wrist. The Addicts goalkeeper. It was a looped, floated delivery towards the back of the penalty area. And that was nodded across the face. Had to be helped on its way through. Kafaji, Nordam, whipped towards that far corner. Claimed easily by Pedersen this time. Starting to be called into action just at the tail end of this first half. And that will be the final action of the first 45. Work to do for the Seagulls then. Half-time here, it's the WSL 2-side leading. Brighton Hove Albion 0, Charlton Athletic 1. Let's have a look at the best of the first half highlights.
experiences. We also like to thank our host, Tory County, as well as Sussex County up there, for their ongoing support. Looking ahead to just everyone that the island of Barclays for the Super League action. This time at the Annex on Sunday, the Sunday the 16th of November. Leicester City are the visitors. It's a soft kick-off. Tickets are available now with the upcoming fans. Tickets are available for this is on power. To join us on Sunday at the Annex, or at Leicester City, just visit tickets.rockandrailway.com. And then we will further ahead of Jordan for the perfect Christmas shop orders and limited collections all about the Christmas centre online at shop.rockandrailway.com.
Well, welcome back to second half coverage of Brighton Hove Albion versus Charlton Athletic in the Subway Women's League Cup. Fourth and final game for the Albion, and not going to plan at the moment for the Seagulls, making a double switch in response at the half, perhaps even triple, to try and arrest the first half, which has seen Charlton take a deserved lead through McAteer's sweeping cross, which drifted all the way through past Bagley. Charlton Athletic will be desperate to hold on to that. Of course, qualification looks a long shot for both these teams, with West Ham leading the group, but about so much more than that. For Charlton Athletic, it would be proof that they can compete at the top, the first tier of women's football. Something they are aiming towards next season. For Brighton Hove Albion, it's a desperate need of a confidence boost with their recent form in the league. Who can take control of this second half? Still so much to play for. Charlton Athletic back and ready to get underway. Going from my right to my left. And they will start this second half, by the looks of things, looking to pin the Albion deep in territory by sweeping it forward. Subs made at the half-time break by the Albion. Will update you on those as and when we get the chance. And no surprise to see Charlton pinning the Albion long, but out for a goal kick.
Pressure!
Albion will play it out short.
Well done, Casey.
Charlton Athletic with a throw, which they will take their time over. Looks like there's been some subs on the Addicts side as well. See Katie Bradley in the middle of the park. Ball backwards. And across goal to Marit away. Into Emily Gay. Karabali intercepts. Caitlin Hayes, one of those half-times substitutions. Maisie Simons also another onto the pitch. Carla Camacho leading the line as well. Here is Hayes. Gay. Camacho. Just caught, it's like on the ankle there. And the last thing the Albion need really at the moment. Maisie Simons tripped in the middle, and the second half rather, will just pause momentarily. Simons checking on the status of a teammate down. Karabali struggling. Actually back up to her feet. Karabali. Right away. Simons will pull the trigger on a long diagonal. Down by Heron on this near side. He chased all the way backward to her goalkeeper, Sophie Bagley. Away. Racing forward into space. Evie Milner. Brighton fan a whole life, Evie Milner. Getting precious minutes here, hasn't featured in the other League Cup games where her teammates have. Tahira Heron is down on this right flank. It's been a very stop-start second half thus far. And Heron in a heat. Will bring it to a close again, or bring it at least to a pause again. Stretching out. It is now Heron, Martin, Evie Milner and Emily Gay that have featured so far. That will be a huge positive regardless of outcome. The pathway from the Albion's under-19 side on display. Right now concern for one of those four. And Tahira Heron. Who's down on the deck. Confirmation of the subs was Maisie Simons, Carla Camacho, Caitlin Hayes and Evie Milner on to the pitch for the Seagulls. There might be someone else to join them if Heron is unable to continue. The Charlton players keeping warm in that penalty area. Of Albion themselves looking to improve their standing in the WSL. They do host Leicester City at the Amex this weekend. Side that sits just one place below them. Albion 8th, Leicester City 9th. That will be a great game, no doubt, as the Seagulls look to move back toward the right end of the table. Heron unlikely to be able to continue. The Albion players to make way were Mpome, McLaughlin, Nordam, and that half-time switch. And Rosa Kafaji joined them. So Milner, Camacho, Simons and Hayes on. McLaughlin, Kafaji and Pome and Nordam went off, and perhaps Tahira Heron set to join them, who has gone down again. Maisie Simons across to receive instruction from Daria Vidicic, and unfortunately the stretcher is coming out for Tahira Heron. But Taylor Warren is going to be the player to come on for the Seagulls. And what is a bittersweet moment for the club. One youngster getting a glorious opportunity and another's evening coming to an end. Taylor Warren make her way onto the pitch. Taylor Heron, or Tahira Heron rather, applauded off. A chance for the former Chelsea youngster to make her impact for the Albion England Youth International. So Heron makes way, and in comes Warren. Moved forward by Hayes. Martin forward, struck by Sonoda. And Trickle. touchline. Keeper Pedersen ready to get us back underway. Second half. Reasons outside of these two teams' control that really hasn't got going whatsoever. Perhaps it'll find some rhythm now. Right away. You thought the Albion squad was young. This 11 right now is really inexperienced. Cyber. Bissell for Charlton Athletic. Step over to lose away. Good looking delivery. Drifting towards the corner flag. Back in towards Bagley and claimed. The Albion keeper. Simons to get the Seagulls moving. Warren, beautifully taken. Sonoda was looking forward. It's headed backwards. Camacho's lurking. Pedersen quickly out to scoop it up. Forward from Anna Pedersen. Bissell got in a muddle. Their own teammate. Albion looking to seize the initiative now with Karabali. Caitlin Hayes. It away, carrying it over halfway. Beautiful line breaking pass to Warren. And quick feet from the England Youth International. Now Hayes. Sonoda. Prodded through to Martin. Karabali might shoot from here. Instead goes wide. Simons low and hard towards Warren. Back to Karabali. And deflected wide. Albion corner kick. Best football we've seen from the Albion all evening, really. First time they've taken the game by the scruff of the neck. The ball was moving quickly, and Karabali's effort deflected wide. Brighton Hove Albion corner kick from this left-hand side. Well, what an opportunity presents itself. Those Albion youngsters out there, still out there. Warren, Milner, Martin and Gay to make a real impact when their sides need them. One thing to get minutes in a seemingly meaningless game when the scoreline's 3 or 4-0. Now they have a chance to make an impact when their team are trailing 1-0 and chasing the game in the second half. Corner kick here for Sonoda. Lofted into the 6-yard box. Karabali rose highest. Loose in front of goal. Karabali's effort bounces wide, but not by much. Dangerous delivery from Sonoda. Pedersen didn't come and get it. Karabali readjusted to volley that goalward. Almost had a second goal against Charlton Athletic. Janice Chime. Sonoda. Carla Camacho already got 2 goals in this competition this season. Karabali joining in. Looping cross. Had to be dealt with by Ross. Back in by Gay. Blue and white shirt went down to the penalty area. Nothing doing. Charlton will bring it away. Far less comfortable so far this second half for the Addicts than the first was. It away. Simons looking for Emily Gay. Chime wanted a touch too many on the ball, but was fouled, so Charlton Athletic will have a free kick 10 yards outside their penalty area. Last meeting between these two, I've mentioned that 2021 FA Cup quarter-final, but did meet in the League Cup in January of 2024. At the time, the Albion were top of the group and Charlton Athletic was second. It was pivotal in deciding the group that year. Nolan Carabali and Tatiana Pinto scored for the Albion. Kaylee Green, former Seagull striker, was on the score sheet for Charlton. She's still local to Sussex, coaching at Saltdean. Taylor Warren. Beautiful turn by Warren. Can she find a cross? Cut back to Martin. Couldn't sort her feet out. Sonoda and Caitlin Hayes off the post. Carabali, surely. Still it won't go in for the Albion. Sonoda battling for it at the edge of the 18-yard box, but Charlton escape again. Here's Maisie Simons driving one goalward herself, and Pedersen will gratefully fall on top of the loose ball. How did that not cross the line for the Seagulls? First, the effort from the edge of the area by an unlikely source. Caitlin Hayes came off the upright, and Yorlin Carabali seemingly just had to prod that home. And in the end, couldn't squeeze it within the confines of the goal. One she will want back, Yorlin Carabali. Each score last season in the WSL for the Seagulls. Appearances been limited this campaign. What a chance that was to open her account for the season. Taylor Warren, brilliant since she came on. Crossing again towards the back post. No one there in blue and white. Carabali busting a lung to get involved. Bissell. It's a touch. Albion with a throw. Well, whatever Dario Vidicic said, a half-time break has made a real difference. Here's Yorlin Carabali. Away. Back down the line. Simons can cross low and hard. Gracie Pearce couldn't clear. Carabali takes over. Was looking for Warren. Charlton Athletic scramble it clear. I will pause again, but the Albion knocking on the door. Free kick for Charlton on this near side. Should be taken by Pearce. Backwards to Pedersen. Into space, and Sophie Bagley will be first to that. It away across to Caitlin Hayes, who's really stepped up amidst the injuries the Albion have suffered this season and made that starting centre-back role her own. It away. Hayes. Away again. Hayes looking forward, through to Martin. Emily Gay just behind her. Now Maisie Simons. Milner keeps it moving. We saw Charlton work hard without the ball in the first half, but they often had an outlet someone to spray it long to. Nothing doing this time around. And the Albion just keep coming back at them. And if you wanted an update from elsewhere, West Ham United, damning news for both these teams' chance of progression, have just taken the lead versus Southampton in the other game taking place in this group this evening. Vivian Asai heading home to open the scoring in the 65th minute there. So it's West Ham United 1, Southampton 0. Charlton going to make a couple of switches down below us. For the Albion, free kick can come in. Taken short by the Seagulls. Karabali backheeled cleverly to Simons. Was it too clever? Simons will make something of it. Camacho couldn't keep it in play. Goal kick. Zoe Barrett coming on there for the Addicts. Yet to really stake their claim at this second half. They do, of course, have that lead given to them by McAteer. See Barrett taking her place up front alongside Bissell. Karabali. Here's Simons. Route away. No room to turn. Family Gate. Charlton will take the opportunity to squeeze up, to close the space down. They've been stuck in their own half for most of this second half. Long over the top to Karabali, running stride for stride and getting there first. Out came Pedersen. Fairly won the ball, taking it away from the Colombian. Simons right back on it. Karabali. Still she drives into space. Sonoda. Front's not the best. Neither was the clearance though. Simons from range. Brilliant save, Pedersen. It had to be. It was dipping and swerving through the air off the boot of Maisie Simons. And Pedersen reaches out a strong arm to keep it away. Performed brilliantly in goal for the Addicts. And a very busy second half. Doesn't look like getting any quieter. An Albion corner kick from the left. Fuka Sonoda to take. Across the near post it goes. Back to Sonoda. Will change the angle. Camacho. Sonoda. Still, the cross is delayed. Simons. Camacho. Gracie Pearce did well. Got in the way. And not only that, it bounced back off Camacho for a Charlton goal kick. Forward again for Charlton Athletic, but it's coming right back at them again. Martin underneath it. Bradley brings it down. Slid into by Martin. Past chimed. Back to Martin. Tempo has drastically increased amidst the Albion parking, or passing rather. Charlton Athletic will slow it down. with a throw on that far side. This is a very strong Charlton squad, even though it's a young one. Had 3 full senior internationals in late October. Mia Ross made a Wales debut. Mary McAteer also represents Wales, and Sophie Whitehouse was an unused sub for Ireland. It's a team full of quality. They showed it in the first half. They're having to show their defensive quality in the second. Away, great ball in towards Camacho. Won't quite sit for the Spaniard. Into touch for an Albion throw. Lovely idea by Marita Wade, just to break lines and allow Camacho to spin in behind, but it wouldn't fall kindly at the feet of Carla Camacho. Simons. Marita Wade. Simons once more. The ball's behind Bradley. She'll go back and collect it. Charlton are breaking in number. And Caravali, who we've seen more often than not in the penalty area of Charlton Athletic in this second half, did her bit tracking back. Here's Fuka Sonoda, popping up as a left winger now. Martin. Janice Shime ripped it away from her and played it off Sonoda. It's brilliant from the 17-year-old. Third appearance of the season for Janice Shime. Really giving a good account of herself in central midfield for Charlton Athletic. Brought down by McAteer. Caitlin Hayes holding off the challenge, but Shine quickly onto it. Looking forward, Zoe Barrett was the intended target. Simons will race the other way and go on, and still go on. Simons. And a poor challenge made by Bradley. Depends on your perspective. Taking one for the team was Katie Bradley, 23-year-old. Knew what she was doing and halted a potential Albion chance. Sonoda over the free kick. Two in the Charlton wall, although a shot doesn't seem a threat from this distance, so instead Albion perhaps will look to dink this one into the penalty area. It's exactly what Sonoda does. All alone is Caitlin Hayes. It's another brilliant save by Pedersen. Well, Caitlin Hayes must have been thinking all she had to do was make clean contact. That she did, but the reactions of Pedersen deny her from close range. An outstanding intervention forces an Albion corner kick. Simons strides across. In it goes instead to the edge of the 6-yard box, loose in front of goal. Chance to convert from close range. Again, it's blocked before it crosses the line. Emily Gay looked favourite to tap home. Lofted in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, bounced through to Gay. And the block made before it could challenge Pedersen. 18 minutes left to play. Albion hammer and tongs to try and force their way back into this game. Hayes through the lines. Chime away. Lofted long by Marita Way. Drops to Karabali, has her pocket picked, and Bissell will try and help it through. Sonoda can slow things right down. Cheska Finlayson now playing on this left-hand side. Caitlin Hayes. Milner. Given away. Given right back to the Albion by Fitzgerald. It's goal on the 18th minute, the difference. Feels an awfully long time ago. Right away. Into Hayes again. No way through for the Seagulls. Fitzgerald. Charlton will take a chance, going backwards to Pedersen. Carla Camacho almost nipped in. McAteer, the goal scorer, has Bissell ahead of her. How's the pass? It's brilliant. Bissell driving goalwards. Angle always against her on that left foot. Well, the pass had to be spot on by McAteer to roll it into the corridor of space that Bissell was running into. In the end, Bissell forced too far wide. Here's Karabali. Steps on the ball, leaves it behind. We'll win it back for the Seagulls. Charlton down the line. Bissell wasn't ready. Maritaway was. Here's Finlayson. Not sure Gracie Pearce really wanted that. Martin's taken it off her. Looking for Camacho in the middle. Finlayson. Only as far as Maritaway. Former Ajax defender. Up the line to Simons. Bouncing ball into the middle. Maritaway. Albion ominous at the moment. Another ball goes into the penalty area. Another ball's cleared. Casey Bradley this time hacking it away. Sophie Bagley.
Right shoulder first, Chris. Right shoulder first.
Out to the feet of Maisie Simons. Wide it goes. Yorlin Karabali. One-on-one against Finlayson. Swings one in left-footed. Loose in front of goal, but Edison's first to it. And a fine performance between the sticks continues. Smash long by Pedersen. Anywhere will do, really, at the moment. Diamond's underneath it, though. Bradley can't foul her on a yellow card. Karabali. Thrust in towards Hayes. Fitzgerald, not convincing contact. Evie Milner joining in. Sonoda in support. Swings one back into the penalty area. Simons barged off it. Camacho looks for all the world like it would drop onto the boot of Camacho to volley home. Another delivery. Bradley there again for Charlton Athletic. Taylor Warren wrestles back control of the ball, floats one in towards Hayes. Nodded away by Chime. Here's Evie Milner. And Sonoda. Into Milner's par. Will struggle to keep this in play, but does well. force, just a Charlton throw. Milner, one of those players that came through the Albion's foundation pathway. The referee is going to order treatment because Janice Chime has gone down. How outstanding has she been in Charlton's midfield, breaking things up? Chime down. Time getting away for the Albion at the moment, or from the Albion rather. 12 minutes plus stoppage time left in this one. "60 minutes ago, McAteer's cross into the penalty area, bounced beyond Bagley to open the scoring. A reminder that if the Albion are to find their way level in this game, and it is to remain that way, we will go to a penalty shootout to decide an extra point. Not that that point would carry too much weight at the moment, with West Ham United currently leading in their game. Charlton players coming over for instruction. West Ham have taken, or rather doubled, their advantage against Southampton. Shakira Martinez scoring just moments ago to make it 2-0. So looking for all the world like they will be the group winners. Here comes the switch then for Charlton Athletic. After a fine performance, Janice Chime makes way, and Karen Moyer, vastly experienced winger, comes on in her place. Chime off, Moyer on. 30-year-old ex-Chelsea youngster, made a WSL debut at 18, former England Youth International as well. Karen Moyer is onto the pitch. Shot backward by Sonoda. He'll be doing an awful lot of defending, you imagine, in the next 12 minutes or so. Maisie Simons tackled through Finlayson as much as anything, not once but twice. Finlayson still holding onto the ball. Simons unrelenting. Albion throw. Hard work pays off. Right away. Emily Gay quietly put in a very composed performance, Gay. Simons, beautiful drag back. Karabali's cross. Loose in the middle, miss-hit by Taylor Warren. Camacho was waiting for it. Warren blocks the attempted clearance. It's not going to run out for Finlayson. She'll have to deal with it. Karabali, past one challenge. Simons loops one in. Marit away, hits it into the turf, and Charlton just holding firm. It's all they can do at the moment. It will keep coming back forward from the Seagulls. Martin backing in. Away wide. Karabali back onto her left foot. Sonoda can join in from 30 yards. She'll scoop one into the penalty area. But out came Anna Pedersen to seize upon the ball, and Charlton Athletic will roll it away and gallop into space up the right-hand side. Fresh legs in that forward line. Zoe Barrett couldn't latch on to the through ball. Fran Kirby missing tonight for the Albion, reported this week that picked up a knock that would keep her out the game, and how they would love to call upon her experience. She was excellent in the last League Cup game against Southampton, as was Kiko Seke. It's a light-looking Albion squad, but can the youngsters find a way level in this tie? Karabali overlapping, rolled across the face of goal, surely this time, but Anna Pedersen made herself big again, and makeshift forward Caitlin Hayes couldn't convert. And Karabali guided it into the path of Simons, low and hard. Martin and Hayes were in there, and in the end, trickles over the line. Six minutes plus stoppage time left to play. Holding it up is Karen Moyer. Something to chase for Charlton Athletic. Barrett ran down by Gay. Milner 1-on-1 against Karen Moyer. Moyer takes Milner into the penalty area. Evie Milner recovers well to make the challenge. Sonoda up to Camacho. Simons over halfway, driven into the channel. Chances arising perhaps. Here's Camacho from the edge, deflected wide. In fact, no, all the way through, no touch on it. Goal kick. Camacho just unseated as she struck it. Standing foot slipped and rolls wide of the mark. Forward from Pedersen, not her best bit of distribution. And Charlton Athletic are a giant of the women's game historically, and they are very much a team looking to get back to those heights. A club looking to reinstate themselves at the top. This is a performance which suggests they can. Those that have been in and around the women's game for a long time will remember under their former name of Bromley Borough. They were a real pioneer of the women's games in the 90s and early 2000s, then became Croydon rather, where they won the First Division title in 1996 with 6 England internationals in their side. Simons crosses in for the Seagulls again. That one's deflected away. Plenty of FA Cup success under the name of Charlton in the 2000s, but whether Bromley Borough, Croydon or Charlton Athletic, they've always been a force. Camacho. Wide to Simons, rolled across the face of goal. Blocked again. Once more, Simons sends it in. Camacho's header, more up. And Hayes meets it, but Pedersen's behind it again. Charlton will try and play their way out. Moyer collects it from Ross. And is hauled down by Taylor Warren. Time fading for the Seagulls. It would be a run of just one win in their last 7 games. It would be another 3 games without a win for the Albion. Fitzgerald chasing the free kick in behind and does enough to force Sonoda into a skewed volley. And all went so smoothly when Dario Vidicic arrived at the start of last season, and perhaps this is just a testing phase for this group of players and him as a manager, a hardening and learning experience to find out the depth of the talent at his disposal and test his coaching acumen. Marit away. Simons drags it backward. Karabali into Simons once more. Chops across the face of goal. Martin had a swing, so too did Camacho. Away collects it. Karabali round the corner from Simons. Crossed into the 6-yard box once more. It's a good header away, which is held up by Zoe Barrett, and a tidy turn from Barrett as well. Driving forward for Charlton Athletic. Well cut out by Sonoda. Needed to be. The pass, though, didn't match her defensive work. And the last thing the Albion can afford to do now is cede possession. McAteer. Barrett down the line, knew she was offside, had to leave it.
Frankie, stay wider! Stay wider!
Keep dropping this, delay this. Come on, Zoe, come on!
Long it goes. Seagulls trying something different.
Go, Zoe!
Back defensively to cut it out. Getting to that time of the game, we will have a hefty chunk of added time. And remember, the beginning of this first half was delayed by an injury to Tahira Heron midway through. Janice Chimes' injury did similar, so can't imagine that we'll get anything less than 4 or 5 minutes of added time. Corner kick goes into that 18-yard box, loose in front of goal. Camacho tussling for it, and then Karabali commits a foul. The word is 7 minutes of added time coming up at the end of this one. Pedersen hammers it long. Karabali will have to go backward to Bagley so the Seagulls can start again. Hayes. Simons looking down the line. And across came Pearce to make the challenge. Morit away. Lofted into the penalty area. Hayes up in the air. Camacho makes contact, but couldn't head it home. That is a golden chance again for the Albion. Carla Camacho waiting for the ball to drop onto her head. It seemed to take an age. And the header bounces wide. Well into those 7 minutes of added time. Anna Pedersen will no doubt be player of the match for Charlton Athletic if it is to end this way. Still time for the Seagulls to create something though. McAteer guided forward. Morit away. Sends it home to Sophie Bagley. Away again, through the centre circle. Albion will look back on this game if it is to end this way, and just think they took too long to get going. They wasted that first half and only really came alive in this second half. And in football, as Daria Vidicic has said once already, you cannot afford to give up 45 minutes. Here is Karabali though. Still time for the Seagulls to make an impact. Warren waiting for it. Milner was tussling in there. Warren up against Karen Moyer. Swings one in right-footed. All the way through to Karabali, alone at the back of the penalty area. But the pass behind Simons. Sonoda. Brought down. Emily Gay. Not the time to give it away. Camacho's won it back though for Brighton and Hove Albion. Karabali. This would put to an end the Albion's chances of progressing, regardless of what happens in West Ham's final game. They would have that clear advantage. Good running up this right-hand side from Karabali. Squeezes the ball across. Simons driven over the top. It's going to go out for a throw. I've already mentioned it in this game, but the stake's not really to do with progression in the Women's League Cup. That's always been out of the Albion's hands. It is far more to do with getting a confidence boost. As it stands, Brighton and Hove Albion would drop 3 points behind West Ham United, and West Ham would still have a game to play. Sonoda able to win it back, but illegally so, says the referee. 4 minutes roughly of the 7 added on still to play. McAteer, Moya, hustling with Milner, working incredibly hard defensively, but Moya has emerged with the ball in the right end of the pitch for Charlton Athletic. And a club riding a wave. That wave is about to get an awful lot bigger if they had to steal a win away from an established Women's Super League side. Would have lost just one of their 10 games this season, and that would have been against a WSL side in West Ham. This is to remain this way. What a start it has been for Karen Hills and Charlton Athletic. What a feather this would be in the cap of the Addicts manager. Regardless of competition, regardless of Albion injuries, they will look at this as a huge prize. Maybe Camacho can steal it away from them. Charlton back on it. McAteer up the line. Response will be needed at the Amex on Sunday for the Seagulls against Leicester City. Long from away, not done here yet. Camacho holding off the challenge. Finding Milner. Was the touch too heavy? It will hold up for Milner. Moya prevents the corner kick. And Charlton will break. And that will do it at Broadfield. A fantastic victory for Charlton Athletic. It's defeat again for Brighton and Hove Albion. A result that will not be season defining, but will sting nonetheless. The WSL 2 side have walked away with victory. Full time here, it finishes. Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Charlton Athletic 1.
so much here at Broadfield Stadium on Sunday the 14th of December. Another 12 p.m. kickoff this time against Charlton. We play Westwell. Tickets once again available from tickets.com. In the meantime, as I said, you can watch today's match highlights and reactions on the official reaction